Спасибо, я сказал все, можете кричать, уходи.
And that's exactly what they did. State employees, normally seen as the president's core supporters, joined hundreds of thousands of protesters in calling for him to step down. Alexander Lukashenko, who's been in power for 26 years, says he won the presidential election on August the 10th with 80% of the vote. Since then, thousands of demonstrators have been arrested, with widespread reports of abuses in detention. Lukashenko's main rival, Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, ran in place of her imprisoned activist husband. She says she won the election and has fled to Lithuania.
I would like to address those in uniform. Belarusians are people who don't accept violence. Belarusians are generous and fair. If you decide not to carry out your illegal orders and switch to the side of the people, they will forgive you, support you, and won't blame you in the future.
She says she's ready to act as president until fair elections can be held as soon as possible. Lukashenko has said new elections will only take place over his dead body. He still has the backing of most of the state security forces, but even their support could be wavering. The EU is imposing sanctions against individuals responsible for violence, repression and election fraud.
Es gibt für uns als Mitglieder des Europäischen Rates keinen Zweifel daran, dass es massive Regelverstöße bei den Wahlen gegeben hat. Die Wahlen waren weder fair noch frei und deshalb kann man die Ergebnisse dieser Wahlen auch nicht anerkennen.
Lukashenko claims that Western nations are funding the protests and that NATO is amassing forces along Belarus's borders, giving him reason to seek military assistance from his long-term ally, Vladimir Putin. But the Russian president might be wary of alienating the Belarusian people by intervening on behalf of an unpopular dictator, and Russia wants to keep Belarus in its sphere of influence, no matter who's in charge.
We are concerned about an attempt to use the internal difficulties which the Belarusian people and the leadership are facing now in order to meddle in these events from outside, not simply to meddle, but to meddle so as to impose on Belarusians the rules which external players believe to be beneficial for them.
Till now, Moscow is playing it both ways, conceding that there were flaws in the elections, but also saying that security support could be sent to Lukashenko. As tensions build between the EU and Russia, will Putin come to the aid of his fellow strongman? Or is Europe's so-called last dictator really in his last days? Adam Pletts, The Newsmakers.